Today is a special day. Today is the 49th day after the death of our teacher Thich Nhat Hanh. So this morning, several of us will be offering a ceremony, and all you need to do is arrive home and be yourself, to give yourself completely to this moment, and we will guide you all the way through. So please come home to yourself, to your breath, to your body, to the gratitude we feel for having received the great teachings of our teacher. We'll begin with a morning chant, and Michael will chant for all of us the Sangha response, so no need to unmute yourself for those who know the response. The Dharma body is bringing morning light. In concentration, our hearts are at peace. A half smile is born upon our lips. This is a new day, we vow to go through it in mindfulness. The Son of Wisdom has now risen, shining in every direction. Noble Sangha, diligently bring our mind into meditation. Namo Shakyamunaya Buddhaya.
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 Contemplation on no coming, no going. This body is not me. I am not limited to this body. I am life without boundaries. I have never been born, and I have never died. Look at the ocean and the sky filled with stars, manifestations of my wondrous true mind. Since before time I have been free. Birth and death are only doors through which we pass, sacred thresholds on our journey. Birth and death are a game of hide and seek. So laugh with me, hold my hand. Let us say goodbye to meet again. We meet today, we will meet again tomorrow. We will meet at the source of every moment. We meet each other in all forms of life.
Brothers and sisters, dear Thai, in many but not all Buddhist sects and traditions, on the 49th day after the passing of a person, we have a formal day of remembrance and ceremony to bid farewell, say goodbye to the deceased. This Sunday, March 13th, Thich Nhat Hanh's ashes will be scattered at Plum Village Monastery in France, as well as at the other monasteries in the US and Thailand. And the day will mark 49 days since Thai's passing, a special day in our tradition. The 49th day marks the conclusion of 7 weeks of mourning and grieving. And like so many funerary rituals across the world, the 49 days gives people time to be with and turn towards our grief, our emotions, our joy, our love of that person. Funerary rituals bring people out of isolation to mourn and grieve and process in community. The 49th day also marks a conclusion point for moving beyond grieving and into acceptance and continuation, and in this case, empowerment. Our Dharma is the Dharma of rebirth. Reincarnation is the belief that a permanent soul passes from body to body. But unlike reincarnation, rebirth embraces the idea that only a life's karmic merit is passed on in an endless cascade forward. The Dharma teaches that our human bodies are composed of 4 elements: earth, fire, water, and air. And when we look deeply with the eyes of interbeing, we see that the elements of Thich Nhat Hanh's earthly manifestation have already taken new forms and will continue to take new forms. The air element. Everyone take a deep breath with me. We all breathe Thai's breath. Thai is alive in us. The cremation of his earthly remains set free the water element as it evaporated in the heat of the funeral pyre. The earth elements, the solid elements of his body, are now ashes that will be spread at Plum Village and each of the monasteries this Sunday. And from those ashes, new life will spring. In physics, we learn the conservation of energy. We know that energy is never lost. It simply transforms. Each and every one of us is in one way or another. In one way or another, we feel the fire of Thai's presence in our lives. He taught us that there's no birth and no death. We are his continuation and his manifestation as we continue his work in the world. Thich Nhat Hanh is reborn in you and in me in every moment that we practice mindful awareness, mindful presence, in every moment that we practice the myriad things that he's taught us. In our tradition, we keep a photograph of the person who's passed on the altar for the 49 days. And it's our practice to then take the photograph off of the main altar. And in my case, in John's case, I know, in some of you, you will move the photograph, the book, whatever it is you have to remember Thai, you will move it to your ancestor altar. I will do that now for all of us.
Dear friends, now we have an opportunity to chant, no coming and no going. I'll chant through once, and then we'll have a second run through the song where I invite you all to unmute if you would like. And we will have the cacophony that Zoom allows with the time lag, and it will be beautiful. No coming, no going, no after, no before. I hold you close to me. I release you to be so free, because I am in you and you are in me. Because I am in you, and you are in me. Unmute. No
going,
no
no
after,
no
before. I
I
hold
hold
you
you
close
close
to
to
me.
me.
I
I raise
raise
you, be
you
so
free,
free, because
because
you
I
are in
am in
you,
you,
and
and
you
you
are
are
in
in me.
me.
Because I am in you,
And
and
you
you
are
are
in
in
me.
me.
Dear friends, we now have time for sharing. Please bow in if you would like to share how Thai is continuing in your practice, in your life. In what form is Thai continuing in you? We will hold the hall open beyond our normal time so we can have more time for sharing. Feel free to bow in.